Never.
Ladies and gentlemen, yep, that's right, it's Culture Circus time. All right, this is your first installment, your first act. Well, this is probably the most serious part of the program. It's going to be a lot of work, but it's going to be worth it. Today, what we're going to be working on, and actually over this entire month, what you're going to be working on, is creating your core values and your mission statement. I know you've heard about them, but do you have them? Are they set in stone? Do your people know what they are? Do you live by them? Are they posted on your walls? Do you have them everywhere? Are they posted everywhere in your office? It's important. You need to do that. I'm going to help you. First off, what you're going to need to know is what is a mission statement? What are core values? And why are they so important? We're going to start with your core values. Your core values are the things that you can stand for, the things you believe in. No matter what anybody says, no matter what anybody else believes in, you believe in these things. For example, for me and my company, I have 6 core values, and I'm going to recommend that you try to shoot for between 5 and 9. If you get 10, great. If you can only come up with 4, great. But we're going to shoot for between 5 and 9, at least to start, because I'm going to need you to remember them. And we're going to need everybody in your organization to be able to remember them too. And that's not going to be easy if you start out with 20, or even 10 can be a challenge. So we're going to start out with 4 to 9. All right, I have 6, like I said. My first one is understanding. And I have 6, like I said, and how we think of ours, how we remember ours, is we think of UPIC, U-P-I-C-C. You can see it up here. The UPIC, you can see it up here. The UPIC Power All-Stars. So in our company, each year, we pick an all-star for each one of our core values. Now you don't have to do that. We just like to do that. It's one thing that we do to help us keep our core values ingrained in our culture. So you're going to have to do something because we need to make sure that your core values are part of your company and they're part of what your people can get behind and part of what they believe in. All right, so for my company, the first core value is understanding. Melissa is our all-star for understanding. Melissa is our all-star for understanding. And what that means is Melissa is very important. And what that means is Melissa is very understanding. She's a really good person to talk to because she will understand what you're saying. If 2 people are in conflict, she's able to see both sides and to be impartial and to be able to work with both people. So she's our understanding all-star. The next, we have personal growth. Jill is our personal growth all-star. When Jill came to work for us, which was only 2 years ago, and remember, our average employee has worked for us for over 5 years. So a 2-year employee, she's a newbie. We think of her as our sweet young thing. Well, when Jill first came to work here, boy, did we have a challenge, because she was really hard-line driven to believe that you had to do things a certain way, and she knew what the right way was. She'd worked in the motel industry, and she'd done cleaning, and you had to do it fast, and you had to do it her certain way, and you had to have certain chemicals. Well, we had to work with her a little bit. Actually, we had to work with her a lot. And eventually, she began to get some growth in our company. And eventually, she began to get some growth in our company. But more than that, she got some personal growth. And she got enough that she was actually voted for our... And she had enough personal growth that she was actually voted the All-Star of the Year, which was really impressive, knowing where she'd come from. Our next core value is integrity. And Alex is our integrity all-star. The thing about Alex is he does things the way they're supposed to be done, regardless of who's watching, regardless of who's around. And he knows how to make other people feel the same way about doing their job, no matter what. And he knows how to get other people to do the same thing, no matter what. He's been a great integrity all-star for us. The next is caring. Our caring all-star is Anna Maria Giorgiani. We call her Anna for short. It's a lot easier to say. But she's probably one of the most caring individuals you'll ever see. She cares about everybody, everything, every living creature, animals, spiders. It doesn't really matter. She's caring. And she models caring for us. Anytime we need some help, anytime we have somebody, anytime there's somebody in the company that's struggling with maybe having some, anytime we have anybody in the company that's struggling, maybe feeling like they're not cared for, we're going to pair them up with Anna. The next is our commitment all-star, and that's Diana. Diana has worked for us, I believe, 6 years. She left for about maybe 6 months at one point in time and tried to work at a hotel, a big hotel in our area. And, you know, it didn't work out too well for her. And she came back and wow, is she really a commitment all-star. She really, really encompasses this core value for us. There is nobody more committed. Next is our communication all-star, that's Trish. And Trish also happens to be our MVP of the year for 2011. She is just a dynamo, and she has worked on her communication skills. She used to be the one that would just sit still, and if she would get upset, she'd close down and she'd give you this face. So her communication skills were at best negligible and at worst intolerable. So having her have the personal growth to become our communication all-star was really an amazing feat for her. Now, in our company, like I said, these are our core values. These are the things that we value above everything else. And our mission statement. Our mission statement is what we do. Now, the core values are what you value, and they're how you do things. We do things with understanding, and we do them with personal growth, integrity, caring, commitment, and communication, open communication. That's how we do everything that we do. But what do we do? That's where your mission statement comes in. What we do is we treat each person that we come in contact with like they are the most important one. So it doesn't matter who it is. If it's you, or if it's the vendor that we buy our supplies from, or if it's a client, which we call fans around here, or if it's another employee, or if it's your boss, or if it's your kids, because we take all of our core values and our mission statement and we transfer all these ideas over to our personal life as well. That's not actually part of the company. That's something that the employees do because they can see the value in core values in their own life. That's part of the culture that you're going to create with your core values as well. All right, so getting started with your core values, you're going to need. All right, so getting started with your core values, hopefully. Okay, so getting started with your core values, you're going to need to open up your worksheets and begin doing some of the exercises. You might prefer to use the card exercise. If you do, go ahead and get your cards and then come on back and I'll show you how that works. If you prefer to use the list exercise, feel free to do that on your own time and just keep on running the video. Okay, stop. Now I have to do the card exercise.